Oh my god. Guys, the time has finally come. I mean, at some point, we just need to be honest about it. These MW 2019 Part 2 leaks that have been coming out left and right every single day, not a single one of them has sounded good. Okay, and I know that's gonna rile up some feathers with the MW 2019 Gooch Lickers. I understand you guys are very adamant about that game, and it's good, alright? It's good to be a fan of a title. The thing is, MW 2019 is simply not my cup of tea, and I can tell you right now that a vast majority of people that have been playing Call of Duty for a very long time, they're not very satisfied with MW 2019 either. And when we started getting all of these leaks about MW 2019 Part 2, again, we gotta be honest. Not a single one of those leaks sounded good. I want anybody who is extremely hyped up for MW 2019 Part 2 to please get in the comments and just tell me one of the leaks that we've heard about this game that actually sounds really good. And that's not me, trying to make fun of you. I genuinely want to know, and we can talk about it. I might agree with you, I might not. But you know what, guys? I always held on just a little tiny bit. I had like 1% hope for this game that I would hear something moderately good sometime in the future, and luckily for us, after all of these horrible leaks, we have finally gotten ourselves one good leak. And when I say one good leak, I genuinely mean that this leak is actually like fucking fantastic. I'm sure you guys have already heard about this, but this comes from the Ghost of Hope. He said, "Interesting piece of info I heard from a trustworthy source recently. Infinity Ward are planning to release all, if not almost all, Modern Warfare 2 maps together all at once sometime during the post-launch of Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2. Very likely this could be Year 2 content." And guys, that is amazing news. Finally, after months and months and months of hearing all of these leaks, like I said, not a single one of them sounded good. This one in particular sounds really good. Let's be honest, even somebody like myself, who really doesn't like any of the last 3 Call of Duties, hearing something like this is incredibly refreshing. Ironically, because all of this is just recycled content, and normally I would be against that, okay? I'm not too big of a fan of recycled content every single year, but now that I've witnessed and experienced the last 3 years of CODs, MW 2019, dog shit. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, dog shit. Call of Duty Vanguard, fucking gorilla shit. Especially considering the fact that all of the leaks for MW 2019 Part 2 literally just pointed towards a copy and paste of MW 2019. Seeing that the original Modern Warfare 2 maps could be getting remastered for Year 2 content, that is something that actually puts a smile on my face. Now, it's not necessarily COD 2022 content, because it's just remastered content from 2009, but let's be honest, Modern Warfare 2 is a timeless classic. That game is far above and beyond the top 3 CODs of all time. So much better than MW 2019. So much better than the last like 5-6 years of COD, that information like this is actually gonna go a long way, okay? Let's think about it. Year 1 content, I can almost guarantee, is just gonna be maybe 2 maps per season. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get 3 maps per season. Probably a steady launch of like 10 to 12 maps, I'm guessing. It'll be relatively healthy, but we know what the design decisions are for MW 2019 Part 2. Infinity Ward has made it very clear, time and time again, that no matter what the community is asking for, they are going to stick with their vision for the game. The thing is, MW2 from 2009, you can't necessarily implement your vision, which is now almost the complete opposite of what COD used to be. Now, obviously, they're gonna add doors and dumb shit into the maps. You can mount on shit that you obviously couldn't back then. Lines of sights are gonna be a lot more cheesy now that you have 0 recoil. You have times a trillion headshot multiplier. There's gonna be doors and windows and stupid shit like that. Like I said, you can mount and get 0 recoil. And for some maps, it's really gonna be to its detriment, but I'm pretty confident that for a majority of the maps like Quarry or Rust, possibly even Terminal, doors and mounting, it's not really gonna affect all that much. Now again, it's very cheesy, and if you play like that, I gotta be honest, you're a fucking bitch, but it's not gonna break what we thought of these maps, okay? Now, a map like High Rise, that might be something different, but most of these maps I think are in the clear. I think they're safe. The only downside about this leak, in my opinion, is the fact that it's coming in Year 2, and what that means is we gotta deal with Year 1. Now, is Year 1 gonna be good? I don't know. Based off of all the leaks that I've heard, I genuinely don't really think so. It could blow me away, it could surprise me, but I kind of doubt it at this point. But if this news is true, by the way, I gotta kind of say this because in one of my previous videos, I used this guy as a source, and people were incredibly upset with me because they didn't think this was true. Guys, the Ghost of Hope is one of the most prominent leakers that we have at the moment. I'm not saying he's perfect, and at times I don't even agree with his opinions, but the likelihood of him being right is pretty high. Now, with that said, again, this isn't confirmed. This is subject to change, even if it is true. We have to wait for an official confirmation from Infinity Ward and or Activision. But assuming this is true, and this is coming in year 2, I genuinely think, and I know a lot of MW 2019 gooch lickers are gonna get extremely upset, I think year 2 is genuinely gonna be 100 times better than year 1. Now that tends to be the case with every single Call of Duty title no matter what. Like MW 2019, year 1 was complete horseshit, and now I can see some people making the argument that it's actually a little bit better than people think. Same thing with Cold War. Year 1 was horrid, but year 2, I'm seeing a lot of people going back to that title and saying it's actually kind of fun. Now, with Vanguard might be an anomaly. I don't think that's gonna have a good year 2 either. But now that we have a game with a legitimate 2-year life cycle, and it appears as though year 2 is actually gonna have some really good content in it, even if the core gameplay design isn't that good, because it's a fucking copy and paste, this is something that I can easily tolerate. I know it's kind of weird to see me get hyped about something on this channel. A lot of people kind of box me into this whole rant channel persona thing. Listen guys, I'm very critical of things that don't sound good, but when things actually sound good, I'm gonna say it sounds good. Now, there is a little bit of controversy surrounding this leak. A lot of people are uncertain as to whether or not this is gonna be paid DLC. We saw a leak a couple of weeks ago, and I can't seem to find the tweet anymore, but apparently there is going to be some sort of big DLC coming in year 2, aka COD 2023. A lot of people were speculating that we could get a free-to-play title. People think we're gonna get campaign DLC. I'm not opposed to that. Some people thought we were gonna get a zombies title, which would have been cool, but I doubt that. And then a lot of people were saying, what if we get Modern Warfare 2 2009 remastered? And that's something that I genuinely did hope for, especially after COD 4 remastered a couple of years ago. That game was fucking fun, I'm not gonna lie. Even with the DLC that came in that game that wasn't in the original COD 4, I thought that game was fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. But now that it's pretty much been confirmed that Modern Warfare 2 remastered is not happening, I think this is a pretty solid middle ground. Modern Warfare 2 Maps remastered actually does seem like a good idea. The Scadmaster definitely approves of this. Now, does that change the way I feel about the overall title, especially with year 1? No. Not at all. In fact, if year 2 ends up coming to fruition the way it's being displayed right now, honestly, I would disassociate the 2 years. Now, does that sound fucked up? Are MW 2019 fans gonna get upset about that? Of course. I don't give a fuck though. I'm the Scadmaster. When have I ever given a fuck about these kids' opinions? They can't shoot their guns straight, they don't know how to push, they're absolutely god-awful at COD. So no, when it comes down to it, even if this is true, I really wouldn't recommend year 1 COD 2022. And if this ends up getting confirmed down the line and you have the option to either buy year 1 or wait until the start of year 2, I would genuinely tell you guys to wait until the start of year 2. Now, I do want to entertain something because a lot of people think I'm just a trillion% negative, which is not the case, but I guess there is a sliver of a chance that this happens. If year 1 with original content in it is actually good, and it actually surprises me because I don't think it's gonna be good, but if it turns out to be good, and then we get this for year 2, I'm not trying to divide the fan base up when I say this, but I genuinely think this would be one of the greatest comebacks in Call of Duty history. I don't consider MW 2019 a comeback. Warzone is a comeback because it was free to play and a lot of people hopped on that shit that would otherwise never play COD. Not to mention MW 2019 multiplayer year 1 was complete horseshit. That is considered a comeback to me. But this, along with Warzone 2, that could be something fucking crazy. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. What do you think would be better, year 1 or year 2 of COD MW 2019 Part 2? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the Scadmaster. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out this shit.